Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know it's been a while, but I'm here now. Sorry I have been so busy. But Anton, welcome back. How are you doing, my man?
I'm doing very good.
That's great. That's great. And this video was your idea. So would you tell us what is this video about?
This video will be about top 10 all-time favorite instruments.
That's great.
Includes
And,
all times in brass instruments, different types of instruments, like guitar or more rock instruments.
Yeah, and
or
acoustic guitar.
in things you more normally use for an orchestra or military bands. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And would you tell us about, because you are a flag expert, so would you tell us about the flags in the background?
Yeah. The one here with this campaign streamers or battle streamers. These are symbols of different things. If you have participated in a battle or a special campaign or a specific war, then you get one. Most of them are about blank. But I have some that are official from the Marine Corps and the Coast Guard. Most of them don't have identities, but I have some like these ones. These are this. If you zoom really close in, you can see this amazing 3D type of pattern. Yeah.
Nice.
This is my climate flag.
Ooh.
If there's someone about climate, I will take this flag with me. It's on this pole. You can go to the Danish outdoor store Silvan. You can get
nice.
this for, it's really cheap. But you can also go to one of my personal stores, Biltema, a car store. But you can also get a telescoping flagpole
Nice.
and a base. But the base you have to make from scratch, and you have to have some tools ready by. So I think if you have a lot of tools, then you could probably make one of these. These are the standing one. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
And what is your number 10?
My number
That's
10,
nice.
it's the flute.
Good choice. Good
It's
choice.
the piccolo. It's the more lighting. It's not the other type of flute. It's the piccolo.
Piccolo, yeah.
It's one of my favorites. It has
Yeah,
big
that's good. Sounds
melodies.
good. Yeah.
You can use for some type of solos like the Stars That Strikes Forever.
Yeah.
If you have to listen to it played twice, not once, twice. One where it's the main part and one where it's where they take them part or something. No, not really played high, but it's played slowly. Yeah, and where it's the more loudly exciting part. That's my number 10.
That's good choice. My number 10 is a harp, because I think it's very like good relaxing and good to classical music.
Yeah.
And when I need to relax and I can listen to harp music, it's very beautiful and good to relax to. So that's my number 10.
Yeah.
And your number 9.
My number 9 is the cello.
Oh, good choice.
Yeah, it's just a beautiful instrument.
Cello,
And
nice.
often quite listen to some cello music. It's also sometimes used in military bands like the United States Army Band. There's actually 5 videos. I'll actually link in the comments. So you can go and watch them.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
do that.
Then you can see.
Then you can see it. Yeah,
Then you can see if you can hear the cello. It actually sounds really good.
that's great.
Yeah,
That's
but
great.
I tried to listen to it without the cello, and it just didn't sound right.
It's in time. Fair enough. Fair enough. My number 9 is a violin. I like classical music because when I was little, my grandmother always took me once to a concert with a lot of classical music, and that's why I love the sound of violin. Is very beautiful, and my mom, when I was little, my mother plays a lot of classical music for me, and there's also violin in a lot of classical music, so it gives me memories of my childhood.
Yeah.
I would most say I am a metalhead and like hard rock and progressive rock and something, but classical music I love. I love classical music, and especially violin. So that's my number 9. What's your number 8?
My number 8 is the bass.
Ooh, good choice. Good choice.
Yeah, it just sounds good in different types of music, whether it's jazz,
Yeah,
progressive rock, or anything with it has a bass, it's gonna sound good.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. My number 8 is organ, because that reminds me also a lot of classical music, and I think when I hear it when I was little, it was beautiful, and it gives me memories of my childhood when I hear classical music, and that organ is the instrument that reminds me most of my childhood when it comes to classical music. So that's my number 8. So that's great. And your number 7?
My number 7 is the French horn.
Ooh, nice.
It's just one of my favorite instruments. It just sounds good. It has this different types of sounds depending on if you do like this when this inward than normal play it. And you can also do it without, but it sounds better if you do this. It
Nice.
just sounds good. Yeah, it's used for one of my favorite things. It just sounds good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's a good choice.
So it's a great instrument.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely. And my number 7 is bass.
Okay.
Our first repeat.
Oh, yeah.
Bass, I love bass. It's good rhythm, and I especially love bass in one of my favorite bands, Rush, the Canadian progressive rock band. There's a lot of great bass in there, and Cliff Burton, he is no longer with us, is also one of my favorite bass players from Metallica. Especially Foam the Bell Tones is a so good bass sound, and bass has great rhythm, and I just love bass. Bass is great. And your number 6?
My number 6 is organ.
Oh, good choice.
That's our second repeat.
That's our second repeat, yeah.
I just love organ. It sounds good when, like in the Westminster Abbey, it just sounds good.
Nice.
And when they sing the national anthem, God Save the King, it's mostly the people participating. They will also sing, or the choir. It could be both at the same time, but it sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually found a way you can make an organ yourself. If you
Ooh,
have the
nice.
GarageBand app, then you can go in a specific part, and that's called Fuzzy Soul Organ.
Oh,
If
nice.
you listen to
I would-
it and
I would check it out.
change
I would
part,
check it out.
and change some parts, and then it will sound just like a real church wall. There's 16 different types.
Nice.
You can even control, there's 8 different pads, and then you can slide it around to however you like. And you can even, first you can check out a real church choir, and then you can make it sound exactly like that.
Oh, nice. I would check
But
that
there's
out.
some parts you cannot do.
Yeah, I can
like
do. Sometimes.
Doing the part from the left bottom to the top right. You cannot mix those together. You can only choose the one it's next to.
Oh.
But you can mix
Alright.
4 together, but it sounds still really good.
Alright, that's great. That's great. I would check that out. I would check that out. My number 6 is our third repeat. A flute. Because mostly because of probably my favorite progressive rock band of all time, Jethro Tull. I love Jethro Tull to death. It's so great. I love Jethro Tull, and the flute is so great to hear when you hear Jethro Tull, because Jethro Tull is one of my favorite bands, and when Ian Anderson plays flute, is so beautiful, and flute is also a great instrument in general.
I agree.
So, thanks. So it's great. So your number 5.
My number 5 is a trumpet.
Ooh, nice.
It
Good
just
choice.
sounds good.
Yeah,
You can use it for different types of music, like there is some concerts in Asia you can try. I actually saw it and it sounds really good with the trumpet. It's actually one of my favorite instruments.
Right.
It's both used in like chorus in college marching bands, in one of my favorite bands, the Commandant Zone, United States Marine Corps Drum and Bugle Corps. It
Nice.
just sounds good. It's there's also a mix, a tuba. It looks like when you have to hold it like this.
Mm.
It's mainly used. I actually tried. I actually found a place where you can try to lift one. Wow, I think I would at least lose a lot of weight
Yeah,
and
of
become
course.
strong.
Of course.
Oh.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Of course. Yes, my number. We're in the number 5. My number 5 is piano. Beautiful when you hear to rock. There's a good piano in rock songs, and jazz. When you hear jazz, there's a lot of great piano performance there, and classical music and pop. There's a lot of great things about piano. It's such a great thing. I think jazz is one of the best thing about piano. Piano is really good in jazz.
Yeah.
So you're number 4.
My number 4 is the rock guitar.
Of course.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It just sounds good. It's just a great instrument. Like in the final countdown, the solo.
Oh yeah, by John Norm.
Oh
He's-
my god, it's just the greatest. It's just one of the best. I think it's number 1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good choice. And John Norm is one of my favorite guitarists of all time.
Yeah.
He has John Norm, the guitar player from Europe. He's such a great guitarist.
Oh yeah.
Stormwind and Scream of Anger and Final Countdown. My number 4 is keyboard.
Okay.
I think keyboard is very good to prog and heavy metal. And my favorite album, when I hear for the keyboard sounds, it's "Look at Yourself" by Uriah Heep. That is my favorite album with keyboard sounds, because that's great. And Deep Purple and Rock with "Child in Time." "Child in Time" is probably my favorite keyboard performance. Like do 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 do. Or Rainbow Demon, like do 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 Rainbow Demon. So yeah, that's great. That's great. I love keyboard. You're number 3.
My number 3 is piano. Yeah,
Good
that's
choice.
another repeat.
That's another repeat.
Yeah, it just
That's
sounds
great.
good.
Yeah.
Like you can use it for ceremonial music, classic music, sad music.
Sad music. Yeah,
You
absolutely.
can even use it for like jazz, a lot of type of music.
Yeah, prog music.
Yeah. You can
That's
even
good.
try to do a piano solo,
That's
but you
yeah.
would need some experience first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually can do different types of classics, jazz, piano solos. It sounds really good.
Yeah, jazz. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. I love
It
jazz.
takes them about 5 years to learn, but if you try it for 5 years, then you'll get really good.
Yeah.
I actually want, if you try it, then you could do it. It takes some time. If you have a keyboard or piano, like I have over here,
That's great.
yeah, you
That's
can actually
great.
try.
Yeah, we should try that one day. My number 3 is acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
There's acoustic guitar is good to use to. It could use to classic music, like the Beatles and Rolling Stones and something. And there's a lot of great acoustic guitar intros that I love. "Stairway to Heaven," "Here Comes the Sun." What else? "Crazy on You" by Heart. And "Stairway to Heaven," like do 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 do. Acoustic guitar, yeah, I love that instrument. That's nice. You're number 2.
My number 2 is the trombone.
Oh, good choice.
It just sounds good. Like just actually some marches, it sounds really good.
That's nice.
Like the National Anthem trio, you can actually just sounds so good. There's also some marches from guitar, it just sounds good.
Yeah.
If you play the National Anthem trio, it sounds really good. And you can LS the least amount of trombones is one, but I think the record is about 255 trombones. It just sounds good.
It's nice.
Yeah, and there is one band that uses the trombones a lot. It's the United States Navy Band.
Ooh.
You can actually try, if you listen to it from the 2017 inaugural parade.
Nice.
Yeah, from, I don't know which news source it came from, but you can hear the trombones a lot. It's a different, it's not the same tune, as it's a little bit lower. It actually sounds really good.
That's great.
Yeah.
I would check that out. I would check
It's
that
also
out.
using jazz as a great instrument. It sounds really good.
Nice. Awesome. My number 2 is drums.
Oh yeah.
I have made a lot of things with the list with drums, like my favorite drum intros, when the leaves breaks by Led Zeppelin.
And there's also We Will Rock You.
Oh yeah. We will rock you. We will rock you. And you know, we're Eagles there by Maiden. And I'm not a big fan of Smashing Pumpkins, but they have also made a good drum intro, like. And then the bass. And I have tried to play drums. I'm not any good at it, but I have tried to play drums once. That was good. Drums is so fun to play.
Yeah.
You play drums as well. We agree that drums is very fun to play, right?
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
And you're number 1.
My number 1, it's also drums.
Nice. Oh, drums.
It's a great instrument.
Yeah.
It have a drum set right here.
Yeah.
An electronic.
May I show it?
Yes.
May I show it?
Yeah.
There.
Yeah. It's a electronic drum set from Yamaha. It just sounds really good. This.
You also like a lot of military bands.
Yeah.
And then there's a lot of drums.
Yeah. There's one march that actually has a lot of drums. Semper Fidelis. It just sounds really good. It's like. It's really
That's
good.
great.
There's a lot of songs. It's mainly used for drum cadence, and when there's not any music, it's actually sometimes when you had, like in 2018 when Prince Henrik passed away, no see, there was not music, it was like drums, like.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
My number 1 is electric guitar.
Oh.
I have a lot of lists with electric guitar, like electric guitar solos, electric guitar intros, and there's a lot. And my favorite guitarists would be Tony Iommi, Richie Blackmore, Jimi Hendrix, and Gary Moore, and John Norum. I think John Norum is a very underrated guitarist for me from Europe. He's such a great guitarist, and yeah, what can I say? I love electric guitar because I love heavy metal. I love rock and roll. It's so great. So there you have it, guys. It was so fun to make.
Yeah.
So would you tell what is our next video about?
Our next video is top 10 all time favorite vocalists.
That's great. That's so great. So we see you in the next video.
Yeah.